Hello, Dr. Harris. We are Industry 1G. I am Melissa Olivares, co-manager for G-Force Athletics, along with Shanket Vika and Christian Evans. So we start by examining our strategic vision. Our vision is to lead the athletic footwear industry by enhancing styling and having high quality materials at a competitive price. Our company operates based on targeting worldwide consumers. We sell our product to respective retailers through internet, wholesale, and private label. So as we started the game, we look at the North American wholesale segment, year 11. When choosing our initial competitive strategy, we together decided on a focused differentiation strategy. We wanted to offer unique features that would separate us from other competitors in the industry. So we aimed at producing a high quality shoe and still remain at a competitive price. Also, we wanted to maintain our model availability between 150 to 200 models. Looking at the condition of the industry, you can see that Group D and Group F took the same initial strategy as we did, which was to produce a 6-star quality shoe and also offer 150 models. This is why you can see that we're sitting underneath the cluster on the strategic map. We knew that at this point we were going to have to make changes moving forward to differentiate ourselves from Group F and Group D along with the other competitors. We also took notice that Group C and Group H could possibly become the industry leaders, while each of them took upon different strategies. Group C focused on a low quality shoe, offering only 100 models, while Group H focused on a higher quality shoe, offering over 300 models. At this point, we had to decide in what direction we wanted to go in, whether we wanted to stick with a high quality shoe or maybe downgrade to a low quality shoe, while still trying to stay competitive in the industry. So now as we fast forward and look at North American Wholesale Segment 20, or year 20, looking now at the wholesale segment, we remained with the focused differentiation strategy as our final competitive strategy in North America. As the years progressed, we ended up with an 8-star quality shoe and remained at 200 models being offered. And as you can see, Group D is still sitting with us as they also had an 8-star shoe with 200 models. However, they did not have the capacity and were not very competitive in pricing. As the years progressed, we realized that capacity was crucial. We decided to buy as much capacity as possible and build capacity if needed. While all of our competitors opted out of buying or building capacity in the North American region, it wasn't until year 20 that Group C beat us in purchasing 200 capacity from a competitor. Nonetheless, we still owned more capacity that allowed us to meet more of the demand and increase the amount of pairs sold year after year. We aimed at offering the highest rebate offer, also utilizing the most retailer outlets and provide the most in retailer support. And also at first we opted out on bidding on celebrities, but on year 18 we decided to do so. This gave us the most North American celebrity appeal by year 20. So because of all of these decisions, by year 20 we had the highest market share at 19%. So now as we evaluate our net revenues, we were able to consistently increase our revenues year after year, except for year 20, and I'll explain later as to why. We did this by increasing our branded pairs that we sold online and in all 4 regions. Also increasing the number of retailer outlets allowed us to boost our revenues. We did extremely well in the private label market, And that was due to building capacity that allowed us to be competitive in selling all of our private label inventory as we strategically submitted our bids. We did take a slight dip in revenue from year 19 to year 20. We decided to take a risk on year 20 by eliminating free internet shipping, which we feel negatively affected our revenues. Overall, we remained a competitor in the industry as our revenues steadily increased.
So we're going to discuss the trends for this graph, which is price and SQ ratings for North America. We started at the internet price, started off kind of high, and then by year 16 we dipped to a little bit low price to compete with the other companies in the industry. We started becoming around 65, 64 till the end of year 20. The SQ rating, we started off low, which around year 10 was 5. That's what minimum was required. Year 12 we increased to 6. Year 17 we increased to a 7. And year 18 we increased to an 8, just to compete with the other competitors in the industry. The wholesale price at year 10 was about right under 50, and then year 13 we dropped about $4, and all the way to year 20 we carried that steadily, just to compete with the other companies' industry as well. The next slide is going to be return on equity. The return on equity at year 10 was 15%. Over the 10-year period, more than half were met over investor expectation. Year 10 was just the starting of the game. Year 11 we increased, year 12 increased, year 13 we had a dip in revenue sales. Year 14 increased, year 15 another company joined in. Year 16 increased, year 17 increased, year 18 increased, year 19 and 20 increased. The next slide, stock price. This is stock price versus investor expectation. As you can see, the blue line is investor expectation. Year 10 is just the beginning. Year 11 we're right under. Year 12 we exceeded. Year 13 right under. Year 15 under. Year 15 is because of the other company join. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 expected beat investors' expectation. Year 19 was the highest at $275 for a stock price. Year 20 we came down to right under $225. That's because we have some loss in revenues.
For our strategic planning, because of the drop due to another company joining, we weren't sure how much we would improve. It was understood that our numbers would increase, but not positive by how much. Because of our minimal forecasted increase, we exceeded our expectations. Part of the reason we did better than we anticipated was partially because of our increase in SQ rating. All of our scores ended up being higher than originally forecasted. The team that we decided to analyze for our closest competitor is Team H, High Quality Footwear. They focused on a high quality shoe and high model availability. However, we did not feel that they were being competitive in pricing. In year 16, they produced an 8-star shoe at a wholesale price of $53.99, but in year 18, they dropped their price to $47.75. So we decided at that point to upgrade to an 8-star shoe at a more competitive price. We increased our advertising and finally decided to bid on celebrity appeal. We felt this gave us the momentum needed in beating high quality footwear. In the last 3 years, they declined in net revenues. We noticed it was due to them not being competitive in the industry. They decreased because of the inventory left over, and their advertising dropped all the way in year 20. They also never competed in North America private label. They never built capacity and they ended up selling 200 capacities at the end. For lessons learned, there are a variety of things that we could have done differently. We should have upgraded additional capacity to the existing plants in each region in the earlier years of decision making. We also could have utilized plant upgrade options in order to increase our operating profits. Focusing on delivery time sooner in the game could have given us an advantage over our competitors for quicker sales. Another thing we should have done is looked for ways to improve credit rate. We spent too much on interest expense. We could have done it by focusing on corporate social responsibility. Towards the end of the game, if our company added more dividends, we could have potentially increased our EPS and ROE. And finally, because of our capacity, we were able to maintain second place, staying right behind Comfort Kicks. So congratulations to all companies, especially Team C. Thank you.